Ciao a tutti, it's Oro, man. It's been a while since my last update. Keegan and TCG Rewind both have done their tier list recently, and reviews are down, so yeah. Let's go. I changed the tiers a bit, kinda. We have at the top good old reliable decks that you can play and expect to top. Solid Choice. Solid Choice has tops. It has tops, so it's been proven that it can top. It can tops, which is a deck that I expect to top before the hit death of the universe, but still hasn't. Possible a deck that if it does top, I'm not going to be bafflegasted. Is that a word? But I won't hold my breath. Can't top. Deck that can't top, can't. Just can't. So yeah, let's get started. We have first the agents. Agents, I'm gonna put in can't top. Like the boss monsters are still strong. Hyperion is fine. Krista is very good. The main problem is like the small monsters. The extra deck pool, the generic extra deck pool, is not as strong. Especially if you cannot access XYZs besides rank 2s. So you're kinda stuck with synchros. And like a lot of your extra deck will be taken by rank 2s, and 2s are not that strong. So yeah, when a good chunk of your game plan is based on that, that's a bit of an issue. Anti-meta, I'm gonna put it... I feel like it has to go in Kant. The top tier decks are not weak to stun. Mermel is a little bit, but aside from, unless they have Banisher up, you can just out everything else with Undyne, except Thunder King. But like you can out Kaiku, you can out Dinah with Thunder King, with Undyne or Pike plus Infantry. And every other top tier deck doesn't really care about most anti-meta stuff. So yeah. Archfiends can't top. I don't know what they do. Pure artifacts. I'm gonna put them impossible because like the deck is playable. I have lost to it. I have won with it, but it's not that good if you know what you're doing. Artifact Sharp Tricks has to be good or reliable. Top 2 deck easily. Raccoons, well, it has just topped, so there's that. That was not something I expected, but yeah. I guess Unicorn and Nature Beast are good. I don't know. I also topped with versus the deck. I got paired with Falco in top 8 and I won, so I don't know. Losing to Baby Raccoons sounds like a bit of a skill issue to me, but what do I know? I had Soul Charge. Boxers, has tops. It's probably gonna be near the bottom of has tops, but I'm still gonna put it above Raccoons. I think, because like, at least you have a decent artifact matchup, kinda, I guess. Blackwings, yeah, I don't think that I can top. Gale is still at 1, and that's still kinda your best monster. Like the generic extra deck pool is not that strong. The 7s and 8s. The non-generics, like Armoriarm is okay. Bills is good. Darkened is fine. Void is fine. Those cards are fine. it's not enough when the deck has to go like neg 2 or neg 3 to make them. Like, neg 3 no, but like you got my point. You still have to neg to get them. That's a bit unless you draw a Black Vermin. Boojins, solid choice. You know, with a lot less spellbooks running around compared to tier list 3.0, Boojins are in a much better place right now. Extra has not been running them much though, and if he has, he's not been topping with them. So there's that to say. Chain Beat. Yeah, nah. Artifact's existence in the format just puts them in cant. Like, there's other decks that are weak to artifacts, sure, but their upsides are a lot better. Also, the fact that Breakthrough Skill is so common in the format is really bad for Chain Beat, because like the whole entire point of Chain Beat is dodge the opponent's traps, and Breakthrough negates that. So yeah, twice. So that's a real big problem for Chain Beat. Chain Strike has Chain Burn has stops. I don't want to talk about it. Congrats to Murphy for topping with it, I guess. Like, wow, he topped with Chain Burn. Thank you. Chronomalies. I mean, it's possible, maybe? Like, it's literally just worse Constellars. By so much. But sure, I guess it can't top because, you know, you're playing artifacts. I think. You know, you have Golden Jet, so... Sure. Constellars, solid choice. I'm gonna put them below Boojins. You know, if people played spellbooks more right now, I would probably put Constellars above because, you know, spellbooks auto lose to Constellars and auto win versus Boojins, so there's that. But yeah, no, the deck is very, very solid. You know me, I love my Constellars. You know, I'm also the only person with tops with Constellars, so you know, you could argue to put it in has tops, but you know, I'm looking at the power level here, and Constellars are a very solid deck. Counter Fairy. Can't top. It's a bit weak. And a bit reliant on going first, and a bit inconsistent because it doesn't have Ariadne yet, so it only really has one strong monster. You know, the counter drops are pretty fucking good, so. Cyber Dragon has stops. You know, probably gonna put it at the top of has stops. You know, it's a very solid deck. Just you have to know how to play up versus it, and you know, when the deck is so rare to see and is so weird, frankly, it's kind of hard to do that. And you know, the deck doesn't have a lot of side-ins. It's really only MST. So yeah. Dark Hordes are first can top. You know, it's one of those decks that was a lot more popular before Hat, and with the release of Hat, it got a lot less popular. And you know, there's very good reason for that. Number one, Rhapsody Berserk. Fuck that card, says this deck. But no, yeah, like the deck is okay. Like, it's kind of worse Sylvans, kinda. Not by that much, frankly. Sylvans are not that strong. But nah, yeah. I think that I feel like if people start actually playing it in tournaments, and people haven't really, then I feel like the deck can top. Dragonities. The deck has just nothing that Hieratics don't, pretty much. I mean, it's possible, I guess. I don't know. I might be able to do something with it. I've not looked at the deck myself. I've just heard people look at it and say, "Nah, this is shit," and maybe I can come up with something to add to make it decent. Wouldn't be the first time. Dust Dance. I don't know what these cards do. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I don't know what these cards do. Gonna put them in Kent top just to be safe. Electrum. I feel like the deck can top because like you can put it in Girgias. So you're playing Girgias, but worse, but funny, and you can top. So I guess you can. Evil Swarms. I don't know. Fuck it. But top of fast tops. Deck is too fucking inconsistent to it's too bricky to be in solid choice. It's too bricky. Evil Zors. Bottom of has tops. Yeah, I think that is solid. I'm gonna put lead boxers in like the bottom of fast tops. Like Evolzers are very weak, but the Volzars are really strong, and the Voltiles are decent. So yeah. Exodia, Obliterate. Maybe. It's possible. Fables. Pure Fables. I'm gonna put it. Honestly, no. Yeah, it's impossible because like, if you have astronomical luck, the deck ceiling is very high. So I guess you can top. But you have to be really lucky. There's also Katsit stuff that's also impossible, frankly. I'm not. I'm gonna try to top with it someday, but I'm not too confident in like Katsit artifact, whatever pile. Fire Fists has stops. Solid deck. I'm gonna quote myself in this. The deck is consistently terrible. It's the most consistent deck at being terrible. Its main game plan is not breaking when the opponent does. It has no good matchups, but it beats every deck in consistency. So that's kind of that's kind of its thing. Fire Kings. I feel like the deck can top. Big Chicken is still a solid card. Fire Fists make the deck kinda consistent. I feel like the deck can top. Let's put it like that. If you avoid the crows and the banks, you're probably good. Frogs has never top, but the deck definitely can top. The deck can OTK very strongly, and is very good at stalling before that. Gadgets, it has tops. Where do I put it in as tops? Probably between Firefist and Chamber. Yeah. We'll speak more on gadgets when I get to Heraldi Beasts. Gagagas, I don't think that I can top. It's quite weak and very inconsistent. Same with Galaxy. There's some cool plays with the fucking satellite, and machine duplication, but besides that, the deck doesn't really do much. Girgias, pretty much the definition of good or reliable. it's kind of the best deck for beginners, I think. I don't think it's in the top 2 because like it has wonky matchups versus some decks. Meanwhile, you know, Aten, the other tier 1 deck, you know what it is, don't really have any bad matchups. Like don't have any really bad matchups, and they're also fine when going second. So yeah, Gem Knights. I'm not gonna hold my breath. I don't think the deck can top. Loses too many resources. Ghost Tricks. The deck has tops both with spirits and with artifacts. I'm gonna put it above Chamber. The deck can also top with Madolches. You know, pure Ghost Tricks are fucking terrible, but you know, the deck the engine can be splashed in a lot of decks. So you know, I'm gonna count it, especially since you know, Ghost Trick artifacts really plays a lot into the Ghost Trick aspect. So yeah. Gimmick Puppets, you know, they went 4-2, so I'm gonna put it at the bottom of Kentop, but yeah, I'm not expecting it that much. Gishkis also definitely Kentop. Frankly, both the regular build and the 4-axis build can top, in my opinion. So yeah. Gladiator Beast. I feel like it's possible. I'm not expecting it too much, but you know, the deck is playable enough that it can put top one day. Go-Go's also possible. You know, it's a fine rank 4 strategy. You can make rank 4s. Gorgonix can't. Yeah. Gravekeepers, it's possible. You know, the deck is not that strong, and Necrovalley is not that strong, but you know, Gravekeeper Spy is still a strong card even in 2014. At least in this deck. Recruiter, you know, the deck has quite a lot of tools. The deck has a lot of cheese potential as well. It's kind of a much better anti-meta deck than Stun is. Gastos, the deck can top, I feel like. It has gotten close before, I think. You know, if you don't know how to play versus it, it can ruin your day. So, and you know, I don't expect most people to know how to play against Gustos. Another deck that I feel like definitely can top is Harpies. You know, if you avoid the artifact players in the brackets, which is possible, yeah, you definitely, absolutely can top. And even if you do, like, I don't think the matchup is as auto-lose as it seems. It's just really bad. But yeah, you can also play artifacts of your own if you want to. But yeah, no, like the deck has its upsides. It just has a really bad tier 1 matchup. As the Flames, I haven't seen anyone do anything with them. Heraldics. Let's talk about gadgets and Heraldics. You know, until before I was looking at gadgets, I was looking at Poison's list, and you know, with that, I will definitely put Heraldics above them. After playing chain gadgets, yeah, gadgets are a bit better in my opinion. But you know, Heraldics are also solid. Like the thing is, with Heraldics, you're always behind on card advantage. Like yeah, you have your conga line, but it's a bit less reliable. You cannot quite as easily go Dweller turn 1 or Exiton turn 2. That's a bit of an issue. You know, it does have its upsides. Chidori access. Exiton is a lot stronger in this deck because you You don't have as much advantage, so Gadget is kind of suffering from success here. So you are behind on cards more easily, but also the main issue with the deck is you are usually behind on cards. So yeah, you're kind of relying on Exciton. Herald. It's possible, I guess. I don't. I've never seen anyone do anything with it. Heroes. It's. I don't think it's likely at all, but you know how hero players are. They like heroes. That is a quote for the books right there. Heroic Rulers, it's a solid choice, I guess. Bottom of solid choice. The deck is very powerful when it goes off, but it's quite breaky. Relies on 2 or 3 card combos, and there's only so many of those combo pieces you can run in the deck. And not all of them combine. Hunters, I feel like the deck can top. Definitely. Actually, no, wait, no, yeah, it has. It has tops. Sorry. Gonna put it below Chamber. I think, it's not the best rank 4 strategy, but, having what Giraffe plus Sexiton is quite strong. So, yeah. That gives it an ish. Infinity is solid choice, definitely. Especially if you're going in real life. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. No, but yeah, Infinity is solid deck. Definitely the best combo deck in the format, in my opinion. Has topped even very recently, and even with a pretty high turnover rate. So unfortunately, I don't like when this deck tops. Insectors has tops, and it's a solid ramp deck that can very explode in a very big way. Iron Chains, I know I think it came close, but I still don't think that I can top. Unless the game planning is going second and going for Exciton or Black Rose. In that case, yeah, possible. Okay, alright. Karakuris. Do I count Girya Karakuri? Because if yes, has tops. If no, I feel like the deck can top. I'm gonna count Girya Karakuri. The deck has tops. I don't think it's that strong though. Probably below. Between Fire Fists and Gadgets, I just don't think there is a real reason to play Girya Karakuri over pure Girya, besides the fact that you want to play Girya Karakuri. Let's put it that way. Quakimeru, definitely a solid deck. Top of has tops. The deck has a fine matchup versus all of the meta decks, which something that you really want to have to be at the top of fast tops is you either have a very good matchup versus one of the top decks, or you have a winnable matchup versus all of the top decks, pretty much. Levels, the deck can top, definitely. With artifacts, of course. It's not that strong, but anything is good if you throw artifacts in them. That's what Julia Child with a hat said, I guess. Light Thorns, the deck has tops. Frankly, both of Chaos Thorn and Light Thorn Ruler I would put at the top of has tops. Maybe not Light Thorn Ruler, maybe Light Thorn Ruler will be like somewhere along the range of Heraldics and Gadgets and Girya Karakuri, but yeah. But also the deck has tops. Frankly, my opinion has gone a bit lower since before. I do think Infinity is better. But I do think it is above Hieratic Rulers. You know, the thing is, still no one knows how to build the deck, so... but someone in the deck still manages to top, so I guess that's a testament to its power when it goes off. Magical Explosion. I'm not expecting it to top ever. Malisaurus, can't. Malefics, I think it's possible. It's a solid stun deck. But it is a stun deck, so I'm not expecting it to top. Mecha Phantom Beast. You know, the deck is decent, in my opinion. And my opinion is formed by the sick new build that I made, and that I'm gonna have to make a video about sometime. And yeah, I think the deck is underestimated, but like correctly, because like I found some very good tech cards for it. So that's kind of why I think it's solid. Melia Turbo, nah. I'm not feeling it. Mirmas, the other best deck I alongside with At, and I think it is best deck. Probably. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because I cannot play it, so it looks cool. It looks better than maybe what it is. I don't know. It's more like you feel you have more control of your destiny. Let's put it that way. And also, Girgas are more popular than spellbooks, so you have more popular, more played, so you have more free matchups. Really. Monarchs. I feel like the deck can top. Mainly with Ghost Tricks, really. That's the main thing. Like, depending on how many Monarchs you count for a deck to top, the deck has already topped. But, you know, I don't count decks running Majesty's Fiend only as Monarchs. So yeah, I would count actual Monarchs. You have to run at least Caius for me to count it as a Monarch deck. Where do I put it? I forgot to order the last three. Yeah. Here and yeah, at the bottom of has tops, but you know, of can top, but you know it can top. Mythics, top of solid choice, really good deck. Not that many players. Pretty fucking hard. Ninjas, I feel like the deck can absolutely top. You know, there's the stun build, which is probably the best stun deck in the format. Maybe. You know, the stun board is the best stun board in the format. There's also Ninja Tricks, more mid-range version, and I feel like that version can top, definitely. Noble Knights, yeah, somewhere in the bottom of can top. Like, the deck is very inconsistent, but when it goes off, and assuming you don't face any spellbooks, so the deck can top. Ojamas, it's possible. Not holding my breath for it though. Psychics, you know, Mythic Psychic Rulers is kinda alright. It's a fine deck. Can make very big beaters very easily. So yeah, I guess. Can top. Roxton! I don't think that deck can top it, minus is too hard. Scraps. If new development comes up, a lot of it, I feel like the deck is. I feel like it is possible for the deck to top, but it is quite weak. 6 samurais. Bottom of can top. Shoutouts to Dabson for keeping the dream alive. Like the deck can make solid end, can make decent boss monsters, but decent does not make it great. Let's put it that way. Spellbooks, I feel like it is good or reliable. Here not too much has changed since last time. Just I'm gonna put Geargiz above spellbooks because people are playing Geargiz a lot more. I'm a people pleaser. What can I say? Spirits. The deck has tops. I don't think it's that good though, frankly. Sylvans. Bottom of solid choice. It's fine. It's just fine. No, like the combo build is just worse Infinity. The control build is fine, but it's kinda worse Mythics. So like, the only reason to run Sylvans is that you want to run Sylvans. So yeah, that's a bit of an issue. Synchrons. Nah. Shoutouts to my friend who really likes Synchrons. I don't think that I can top here. It's missing Jet. Tribute Stan. It's possible to top. Sure. We get really lucky. Umbrals. Hot take of the century. I think Umbrals can top. Now, you've never read an Umbral horror card before in your life, and yeah, I know that feeling. I only read the cards like 2 weeks ago when someone asked me to make an Umbral horror deck. And you know what? I think the deck can top. And one day I might actually try to top with it, and I wouldn't be too surprised if I end up actually topping because it's a rank 4 deck. It has a lot of comeback. It has a lot of sustain. It doesn't have a conga line, but it has a lot of comeback. It has a lot of Wolf Barks in the deck. Let's put it that way. You play a lot of Wolf Barks, and you can end on Master Key Beetle, which Vanity's Emptiness is legal. Let's just put it that way. So the deck is a rank 4 deck with some cheese factor. Utopia, no. What? No, I don't think that I can top. Just play fucking Anders like a normal person. Wind-ups. Maybe some weird development happens and new techs get discovered and wind-ups actually end up topping. I'm not holding my breath though. Worms, the deck has tops. It's pretty much just the poster child in the format of anything is good if you throw enough engines in it. So yeah, just throw in all the engines in it and the deck can top, because it has topped multiple times by multiple people before. X-Sabers, I don't think that I can top. It's kind of like Black Wings, really. Pretty outdated deck. And finally, Zombies. It's just worst Chaos Swarm, but sure, it's possible that the deck tops. And yeah, that's it from me. That's my tier list. If let's expand so you can see it in all its glory, and you can save it and send it to your friends and tell them that no, you cannot play synchrons. You're stupid. And yeah, goodbye.